Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Tarot with Talia. This reading is for the sign of Cancer. It is a love reading for this month of January 2026. Hello, Cancer, and welcome to my channel. I'm so happy that you found me, and I'm so glad to read for you today about your love life for this month. Cancer, I have pulled 3 initial tarot cards for you. We have the Hermit card, the Two of Pentacles, the Tower. I've also pulled 1 oracle card from the Romance Angels deck, which reads, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. My dear Cancers, if you are new to my channel, the way I read tarot is I pick up energy intuitively as to what I need to share with you. And also I follow what I feel my spirit guides are wanting to tell me through the depictions of the card. So let's get started. Cancer, with this Hermit card, I feel like many of you have been possibly kind of withdrawn from the outside world. Maybe, of course, you're still keeping in touch with the people that are closest to you, such as your parents or your siblings. But you're not going out, hanging out. You really haven't been open to, just really being outside in public and wanting to meet new people. You haven't been yourself lately. And it could possibly be due to the fact that you may have just ended a relationship. And the reason I say that is because the Hermit card is being clarified by the 6 of Swords. Now, I'm picking up a couple of things here, Cancer. Either you've just ended a relationship and you decided to walk away. You could have actually moved from state to state. You could have moved to a new town. You could have moved out of the country. This can represent traveling over waters or by water. But either you've relocated and had to end a relationship because you're relocating. You may have chose to relocate because you wanted to move away from this person. Or this could just represent you just decided to walk away from the relationship. But your reading kind of tells a story here, Cancer. Because it's a possibility that relationship that you left was very passionate, full of love, intimacy, a lot of attracted energy here between you and your person. It's a possibility, Cancer, that you could have been in a committed relationship or even married with the 4 of Wands. For most of you, I'm feeling this was just a possible long-term committed relationship. It could have lasted for 4 more years with the 4 of Wands here. So it was definitely something significant to you. And all the while in this relationship, Cancer, you probably felt very much supported. You probably felt like the relationship was financially stable with this 10 of Pentacles. It was probably equal give and take between you and your partner. But somewhere along the lines, things possibly just didn't work out. It could have been that you may have felt the relationship was growing stale. Maybe there wasn't enough excitement in the relationship for you. It could also be a possibility that there was a third-party situation or possible infidelity in the relationship, Cancer. At some point in your relationship, things took a turn with the Wheel of Fortune. They seemed to possibly be looking up. Maybe there was a point in time where you and your partner separated but decided to get back together, and that second time around seemed very promising to you. Moving on to the 2 of Pentacles. You were really trying to find balance within more than one area of your life, Cancer. This could have been with work and love. I'm not feeling for a large part of you that it had to be another person on your end. If there was infidelity in this relationship, Cancer, I strongly do not feel that it was on your part. I feel that this was happening to you and that your partner was possibly cheating. But with the Two of Pentacles, this can definitely represent that you were trying to find meaning in your choices. It's a possibility you were thinking, should I stay? Should I go? And at that point, you reevaluated your relationship with the Two of Cups, reminding yourself that you are in love with this person. You want to make things work. Like I said, with this Wheel of Fortune, it could have been a time of a separation and you decided to get back together, thinking that it was going to work out the second time around. And the two of you did possibly bond even closer. Sometimes when relationships go through things, they go through these different obstacles or trials and tribulations, that can bring you closer because now you share something that you've come through together. Clarifying the Two of Cups, we have the Page of Pentacles. This could represent that the change in the relationship was a bit slow. You may have wanted it to move faster, for things to change quicker. You wanted to see more of a change in a faster pace. It just wasn't happening in the way that you thought it would. For some of you, this could represent a child that's born under the sign of Taurus, a Virgo, or Capricorn, since Pentacles represent earth signs. And maybe for a lot of you, that's what you wanted with this person. You wanted the relationship. You wanted the family. You truly love this person, Cancer. Clarifying the Page of Pentacles, we have the Ten of Cups. So you were very much happy. You probably resided with your partner. You two could have picked out this home or a place to live together and decided this is where you were going to start your family. If this Page of Pentacles does represent a child. And I strongly do believe that it represents a child because clarifying the Ten of Cups is the Empress, which could definitely represent pregnancy, childbirth. The Empress is over or exceeds the other queens in the court. It's like she's above it all. She has it all together. She's very much happy, balanced, and living strongly in her feminine energy and loving every moment of it. Intuitively, I feel, Cancer, and if this applies to you, then take it. If not, then just let it slide. For some of you Cancers, you were in a committed relationship with someone, and I feel like this is strongly for someone who identifies as female. You possibly ended up pregnant by your person, and you thought that this pregnancy was going to make things better in your relationship, possibly bring this person closer to you because now you both will be sharing a child. And even though you still had your doubts about the relationship, you were trying to make sure that you had the strength to endure what is either to come or what was about to come. If some of you have already had the baby, if this applies to you, or you're currently pregnant. The Strength card could represent a moment where you needed the strength to make a decision with that Two of Pentacles that we saw earlier to stay. Because part of you, even knowing that you were possibly carrying this person's child, part of you wanted to leave and be on your own. But of course, that's scary. That can be very scary, Cancer. And you probably thought, maybe I should just hang in there and tough it out and see what happens for the sake of our child. And you did what you felt you needed to do, Cancer. But it's a possibility with this Tower card that the universe did not agree with your decision. They had a different path for you to possibly be on. And there is a possibility that more things came out when it came to what was going on behind your back. Maybe some secrecy was revealed, because the Tower is being clarified with the Three of Cups. Oftentimes when this Tower is showing up in a reading, it's because the foundation of the relationship is on rocky ground and things need to be shaken up a bit in order to reset what path you're supposed to be on. So with this Three of Cups, this could definitely represent a third party situation. A situation where there was infidelity, there was lies, there was possible deceit. There could have been more than one person involved, Cancer. And if this has happened to you, I would like to say that I'm sorry and that you should understand that this is not something that you deserve. You don't have to stick around and deal with any of this. If you are currently in this situation, you can get out. You can be free from all of that and renew yourself. If this applies to you, you're trying to be in the energy of Temperance card. You could have possibly already gone through this or are dealing with it. This means you're trying to heal, Cancer. You're trying to heal, and I'm hearing that you're blaming yourself, and you shouldn't do that. Especially if you are carrying a child. The emotions that you're putting on yourself, you can pass those on to your baby. If you are not, this doesn't apply to you as a pregnant woman or a woman that is dealing with infidelity. You simply have had enough of failed relationships and you're trying to work on yourself to heal. And it's been tough, Cancer. I see that with the cards. It's been tough because clarifying the Temperance card, we have the Nine of Swords. And this can be stress, depression, anxiety. But I want you to pay attention to the card. The swords are not actually touching the woman. It's all mental, which means you have the power to control your thoughts and how you want to move in this situation in order to create a better outcome. Some of you may turn to more creative things to take your mind off of it. Cancers, you guys are very creative signs. Because the Nine of Swords is being clarified with the Ace of Wands, which can definitely represent creativity. On a more intimate standpoint, since we did have the Three of Cups here, this can also represent infidelity or intimacy outside of your relationship with someone else. And like I said, Cancer, I do not believe that this is your doing. I do feel strongly that this was done to you. If you are a Cancer that's watching and this has not happened or you're not aware, some of you are feeling it. Some of you may be feeling that something is going on behind your back with your partner. You may even feel like you might know the other person that's involved. The Ace of Wands is being clarified by the Page of Cups. So this is some type of offer, a message, could be an apology, Cancer. The Page of Cups is a cup card, which represents water signs like yourself, Cancer, also Scorpio, Pisces. This could be a apology coming from a Scorpio, another Cancer, or a Pisces if you are dealing with a water sign. And of course, we have all the signs here. I'm seeing a lot of Earth, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, and also fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag, with these wand cards. But there is an apology coming. If this is resonating with you, Cancer, there's an apology coming from your person. And it's going to overwhelm you. There's a possibility it's going to overwhelm you to the point where you are going to be in the energy of the Four of Swords. You just need a break from it all. It's too much. Because it's going to be one of those situations where you feel like, I've heard this before. My partner has told me this before. I believe them. And then now I'm going through this again. And there's possibly a child involved. I don't know what to do. Like, I can't right now. I need a break. And you should take the time you need to heal from these swords, which could be representative of you being stabbed in the back by someone that you truly cared for and believed would only support and protect you, not hurt you, Cancer. Clarifying the Four of Swords, we have the Five of Swords, which means there was definitely some form of deceit that you found out about, or you're going to find out about, Cancer. This could represent the back and forth of arguing, you finding out, and even having the receipts to show your partner. Like, I know you said this. I know you did this. I seen the text messages. I seen the emails. I seen the communication on social media between you and this person. I was told this happened. I saw this with my own eyes. And then your person is coming back at you like, it wasn't me. You're tired of it, Cancer. This is how you possibly feel with this Ten of Swords. But believe it or not, there is an upside to this, because this means you've taken all you are willing to take. For most of you, you're done. You're not going to be in this position anymore. This is a 10 card, which can represent new beginnings, starting over, the chance to put everything behind you and just walk away and move on. And someone is going to be there to help you get up and guide you, possibly, in a better state of mind. And I feel like that little deer in the background is a representation of someone who you may know that's calm, soft-spoken, but very observant, that has been paying attention to what you've been going through, Cancer. And they want to be there to help you. They see what's going on. They're going to be that person that's going to believe you, going to take your side in this. Because sometimes going through a breakup or divorce, any type of relationship separation, it's hard dealing with it by yourself. But 10 is not just an end, it's a new beginning. That means it's time to start over fresh with something else or with someone new with this world card. This is a major arcana card representing change, new beginnings, new year, new you, Cancer. That's what this card represents. For some of you, this could be what you may call a glow up. You may be working on getting your health to where it needs to be. Maybe working out more, hitting the gym, sticking to a strict diet, or even something as simple as going to your doctor more just to make sure you're okay. Maybe you've been dealing with a lot of these things by yourself and you decide you want to seek therapy, which is a very healthy decision. But you're going to be looking out for you with this world card. And that's why I also feel that the spirit guides chose the right oracle card for you, because it is important to stay optimistic about your love life. If you are currently going through a breakup, separation, some type of ending with your relationship, and you know that you're not going back to that person, you got to keep the faith. You got to stay strong. You got to think positive and know that you are very much worthy of all of your heart's desires when it comes to love and relationships. Take anything that you've gone through in your previous relationship that ended as a lesson learned, a stepping stone. You've been there, done that, possibly got a t-shirt, maybe a baby for some of you. And if this is you and you ended up with a child, that child is going to be filled with so much love, Cancer, because you are one of the most loving and giving signs of the zodiac. You have to know that everything is going to be okay. Cancer, I thank you so much for coming to my channel and allowing me to read for you. Please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know if this resonated with you. And I hope to see you next time for February's reading. Bye, Cancer.